In a five-and-dime store in Camden, New Jersey, a young girl steals a notebook and made their way to Baltimore, Maryland, where LaSalle continued to pose as Sally's father. By then it was September 1948, and Sally briefly began attending a local school. The pair did not stay in one place for long though, and by April 1949 they were living in a trailer park in Dallas, Texas. There, Sally once more enrolled in classes, where she became known as a good student. And to the pair's neighbors, LaSalle was simply a loving single father to the young girl. However, there was one woman who grew suspicious of LaSalle's cover story. Ruth Janish, who lived in the same trailer park, suspected that there was more to his and Sally's relationship than meet the eye. And when she and her husband left Dallas for San Jose, California, they persuaded LaSalle to follow them in the hope that they could get to the bottom of the situation. Her plan worked, and LaSalle and Sally arrived in San Jose on March 18, 1950. 3 days later, Ruth invited Sally to her trailer. Away from her captor, the girl, now almost 13, began to open up about her ordeal. Apparently, Sally had already confided to a school friend back in Dallas who had told her the situation was not right. Emboldened by her friend's advice, Sally told Ruth that she wanted to return to her mother, and keen to help, the older woman gave her access to a telephone, which the teen used to call Ella. However, the line had been disconnected. Thankfully, though, Sally was able to contact her sister Susan in Florence, New Jersey, where she was living with her husband and baby daughter. When Susan's husband Al answered the phone, Sally got straight to the point. "Send the FBI after me, please," she was reported to have said. Shocked, Al notified the authorities, who rushed to the trailer park to rescue Sally. But when LaSalle was apprehended later that day, he continued to insist that he was the girl's father and that Ella had known where they had been at all times. Within 24 hours, though, LaSalle had been charged under the Mann Act, a law that deems it a felony to take a female to another state for immoral purpose. In court, Sally was forced to deny any relationship with LaSalle. "My real daddy died when I was 6, and I remember what he looked like," she was reported to have said. "I never saw this man before that day in the dime store." Subsequently, LaSalle was sentenced to between 30 and 35 years behind bars. And while Sally was given a chance to rebuild her life, her story went on to inspire one of the most controversial novels of all time. Apparently, while writing his infamous work, Lolita, the Russian author Vladimir Nabokov stumbled upon a newspaper article about Sally's ordeal. Interestingly, there are many parallels between Sally's experience and that of Nabokov's title character, Dolores Hayes. For example, both girls engaged in a long road trip with their much older captors, often staying in mobile home parks along the way. Additionally, the novel's protagonist, Humbert, often tells people that Dolores is his daughter. Nabokov's novel went on to become one of the most popular books in the English language, and Sally's story didn't just indirectly inspire the work either. Yes, she's in fact mentioned by name in a chapter where Humbert ponders what effects his actions might have had on the object of his affections. Had I done to Dolly perhaps what Frank LaSalle, a 50-year-old mechanic, had done to 11-year-old Sally Horner in 1948, Nabokov wrote. And in another heartbreaking parallel, Sally and Lolita were to meet similar tragic fates. Indeed, in Nabokov's novel, Dolores dies in childbirth at age 17. Sally, meanwhile, lost her life in a car accident just 2 years after escaping her ordeal. But as the inspiration for Lolita, Sally has achieved a strange kind of immortality that will last for many generations to come. Check out these other videos from Let Me Know. If you haven't made the move to subscribe to our channel, all you need to do is click on that red subscribe button. Thank you for watching.